What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video this is my first ever AUT leveling guide slash just overall everything I believe you need to know. If I do happen to miss anything at all, please let me know in the comments and I will be happy to answer your questions. But I would say this video is going to be the most simple to follow, easiest way to gain levels, get traits, know where maps is, just important things that I believe you need to know. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing I believe you guys would want is a spec. Say you're a new player and you just joined this game and you have no idea where the heck to get a spec from or where to get a stand or anything. There are very easy, simple methods to obtain specs slash stands, and I'm going to show you right now. The first and probably the easiest is this. Right here by the West Park area, right here, you can fast travel if you don't see it. There is a crafting option, and here you can craft things like materials, specs themselves, stands, a whole bunch of stuff like that. So that's basically the crafting area. Now this guy over here, this is the ability banner. And this guy right here, when you spin on the banner, he will give you shards. So say I want to do a multi 10-time summon right here for 10,000 U shards, and also I'll get into how to get U shards and stuff as well, so stay tuned for that. But say I want to do a multi, I'll just do a little multi, and this will give me shards. If you guys can see, it doesn't give me the actual spec, it gives me shards. So since I just got like, let's do one more multi, so let's see if we can get a legendary. If not, we'll just do an epic. Okay, so we got Anubis shards, so we got one Anubis shard. So let's go over here. Once you have the actual shards from that guy, you go over here and then you type in whatever you want. And we can see right here we have Anubis shards, but we need arrows. So that's how you craft specs, basically, slash stands. That's the first option. And you see these arrows? These arrows you can get, they spawn in meteors around the map. So usually if you just walk around, I'll show you guys a meteor spawn spot where there's like a popular spot for meteors. So like right behind this west tree area right here, if you keep going over here just straight ahead, and then you want to make a quick like little left right here and just keep going straight, usually a meteor will spawn like right around here if you guys are having a hard time finding these. So that's pretty much where you find the meteor. They also spawn on like the beach sandy areas of the map. They're pretty much all over the map, so just keep looking for the meteors if you're looking for arrows. But then once you craft the spec or the stand, you want to go ahead into your inventory right here and go to this little chest icon right here, and this is where your spec slash stands will be. You just want to click on it. You can equip, you can lock it, you can remove it if you're losing inventory space. This is also where your skins are. This is also where your mounts are, and this is where your kill effects are. So that's pretty much the crafting mechanic in the game. There's a lot of abilities that you can craft if you don't feel like there's usually two obtainment methods for most specs slash stands. You can either craft it or you can do the quest line or whatever. But like I said, you just need to make sure you have those materials. But that's pretty much it for the crafting. Alright, so next off I want to show you guys where the black market guy spawns. And this is pretty important because this is going to be your main source of getting income in this game, which is the U-Shard currency that I just talked about. And basically how you get that is from these NPCs will basically spawn around the map just randomly, just normally. They'll spawn in the same spots, like in this West Park area. This is where you'll find the low level thugs where you want to kill them when you're like low level slash level 1. I'll go ahead and see if I can find any for you guys. Let's see if we can. They usually just spawn by you running around. Like we'll see some of them spawn in a second, I'm sure. Alright, here we go. So basically You just walk around the map until you see some of them spawn, because they auto spawn when they sense players nearby. So basically that's how you just get them to spawn. You just stand there and wait for them. But so when you go ahead and kill these guys, and you go ahead and kill them, every group of NPCs you kill drops a chest. I don't know why my chest isn't loading in, but we got a rare chest. So these chests will give you common materials, sometimes epic materials, and sometimes legendary stuff / mythic stuff. They'll give you skins, craftable stuff that you need for specs or stands, also stuff that you need to do quest lines with, just a bunch of stuff. So yeah, you just basically want to kill these guys. If you're like level 1, you kill them, you open chests, and you see all these materials we're getting from these chests. They automatically go into our little bag or whatever, but you can store some of them in the actual inventory, so if you leave the game it will stay there. But now that we have some materials in our inventory, now we can go ahead and try and find the black market dealer. Now from West Park, there is 3 spawns where this guy is. So from West Park right here, you just want to go straight. This is the first spot, and right by this tree right here, he's usually behind here. This is the first spot, the easiest spot to find them. And now I'll show you guys the other 2 spots. So from right here at the West Park area, you want to go right here. You want to look left, look to the left. See this place right here? He's right up here. If you don't have a mount that can jump, you can go this way and just take this road right here, and you'll see some stairs that you can climb in a second. Or not stairs, this little hill, that's what I mean. Okay, we just got a notification the black market dealer has spawned, so that means he's spawned now. So I'll be able to show you guys. So once we climb that little ramp thing, we just want to go follow this path right here. Right here. And then the black market guy will usually spawn right here, just in between these houses. A lot of the NPCs in this game, they like to spawn like in between houses and stuff. So you always want to check like when you're looking for NPCs in between houses. But here we have the black market guy right here, and this NPC is very important. If we go ahead and talk to him, Yops, got any items? Yes, I got you, bro. Okay, so when you press yeah, I got you, bro, you're able to add items to sell this guy. So say if I click on Dio's bone here and I press transfer, it says 218 U shards, so I get 218 U shards for that. And you also have the option of adding all items, so in case you want to like multi-sell really fast before he despawns, you can press add all items, and then at the bottom sell items. Okay, now that we've sold all of our items, we now have more U shards. So that's basically how you get the U shards. Very quick, very simple, very easy. But that was only the second spawn spot. He spawns in one more spot. So just in case you guys don't know where that is, we're gonna go right back to the West Park tree. Like all these areas you can find, like can get to from the West Park tree if you know where to go. So that was the left. Now looking from facing this way, that was the left. Now we're gonna go this way to the right. So now we go over here, and just right over here, he either spawns in front of this house right here, or he will spawn right here in front of the very next house. And that is going to be all of the spawn spots for the black market dealer. So hopefully you guys now know how to get the U-shard currency. U-shards are very, very important. It's also how you roll skin crates in this game and a bunch of other stuff. And you need them to spin on the ability banner, so they're very, very useful. So I highly recommend you guys grind those up. Like I said, just kill normal NPCs, get their chest items, and then sell them if you don't need them. But keep the stuff you do need for specs. But anyway, let's get on to the next thing. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about to you guys is the skin crates. So if you're new and you have a spec and you might want a skin on it because everybody's flexing their freaking skins and you're broke, your pockets are empty, but it's okay, don't worry, I got you. So, once you do the black market method and you stack up some U shards, you're gonna be rich. But, hear me out. You're gonna go to the shop right here from your menu. Go to shop. Then, go to crates on this left side right here. And then you can see right here we have the normal crates, kill effect crates, and summer crates. Now you guys see this blue currency that says US, those are U shards. And then you have this yellowish goldish currency that says UP. Those are U points. Now the U points are only obtainable with Robux, so I highly kind of recommend, if you want like really good stuff, get you some U points with Robux and spend for things like kill effects, or go right here to the premium store and buy some stuff from here. But you have to make sure that the things you buy aren't spinnable, because if you can just spin them from the crates right here, then there's really no point in buying, wasting your Robux for something that's not obtainable. So basically, if you want normal skins, these are your normal skin crates. I'll go ahead and purchase some right here. You can do a 10 times multi for 50,000 U shards, and if I go ahead and purchase, now we got some skins. Ooh, and we got we got a mythic skin our first spin, so that's really good. So yeah, here you can get some skins. You can keep spinning until you get the skin you want, but there is a cooldown of 24 hours after a certain amount of spins, so be aware of that. And you have the summer crate down here. This is where the event crates will be when the holidays come around or whatever. We have some summer skins right now because it's a summer event going on or whatever, but these are pretty buns in my opinion. The summer skins kind of suck, but we don't need to worry about that. So that's pretty much how you get the skins though. And once you get the skins, you go over here to your inventory and press this little mask, and here you can equip the skins for your specs or your stands or whatever. And yeah, you have like 300 space for your skins, but you only have around 20 for your you actually do have 20 for your inventory and your spec inventory, but they can be upgraded as you progress through the game. So that's pretty much it for skins. Let's move on to the next thing. Alright, real quick, so the next thing is going to be your daily reward system. So every little bit you play the game, you'll get playtime, and depending on how much playtime you have, the game will reward you. So you go into your menu right here, and you have where is it? We have rewards, and here you can see your playtime, and the playtime rewards you get, they're actually pretty good, pretty useful. Not like the other games. This is actually a useful mechanic for like everybody, even pro players. And there's also daily login rewards. Sometimes they give you legendary chests, epic chests, traits, which I'll be getting into the very next thing. So yeah, so that's pretty much the daily quest. You want to make sure you're staying on top of claiming all of those before they freaking get reset the next day. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the daily quests. And also, actually, there is a daily quest system as well. So if you do your daily quest, it'll reward you with gems, and there's a gem shop where you can purchase things like storage, materials, and even skins. So yeah, that's very useful. So stay on top of your daily tasks, guys, and it should be pretty easy. And let's get to the next thing. Alright guys, so the very next thing we're gonna get into is traits. And basically traits are pretty goated in this game, I'm not gonna lie. They're like the bread and butter you need to survive in this game. So how the trait system works in this game, every 25 levels you get a randomized trait deck, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. We're level 56 right now. Let me try and get to level 75 real quick for you guys. Alright guys, so we've just hit level 76 and we're past level 75, so that means we get a trade hand, and you see at the very top of my screen, trade hand available. So if you go ahead and click that, it gives us 3 randomized trade hands.
and there's also a pity. Now I'm going to explain what this pity means and what these traits mean and if they're good or bad. Now if we reveal them all, it looks like we got an epic. Okay, so we got a really good epic. So assassin is probably the best epic in the entire game right now. The higher the enemy HP, the more damage you do. So even if you're a new player, this trait is going to be insanely overpowered for you, because basically, let's say you're a new player and you're struggling, and then you just pick up this trait. You're like, oh, I can't kill this NPC, he has too much health. Yeah, assassin helps you with that a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and pick this trait from the deck, and yeah. So the thing about traits is you only get 10 chances for trait draws per spec/stand, because there are only 200 levels you can get on a spec in this game. But the thing about it is, if you get unlucky enough to get a bunch trait within those 200 levels of grinding, you can ascend. And ascension is basically prestige, or resetting all of your progress. Not all of your progress, just your levels and your stats, and you have to grind it again. But now you have another 10 chances and another 10 chances and so on, and you can pretty much ascend infinitely. But it is kind of grindy, so I suggest you guys do this during 2 times weekend, because there is 2 times EXP weekend in this game, which is very, very useful. So yeah, that's how you can get traits in this game. And every time you ascend, say if you get ascension 5, then your trait pity goes up to legendary instead of epic. And say you hit ascension 10, then your trait pity goes up to mythic instead of legendary. So you guys see what I'm getting here? So the more ascensions you have, the more lucky you will be with traits. It increases your trait luck, as well as it gives you a pity for a better trait. So definitely grind ascensions if you get unlucky the first time. But assassin is going to be the best epic trait in the game. I believe piercing is the best rare trait in the game, and as well as the best common trait. The best damaging trait overall is going to be the mythic godly trait. So if you guys can get your hands on that, that would be great, but I doubt it until you get some good ascensions. But yeah, for now, assassin is going to be your best friend. Assassin, Uso Haki, and buff epics traits. Those epic traits are going to be the best epics traits in the game, so go for those. But moving on, the stats are going to be very, very important. Now, a lot of people, when I first played this game, I did not know what stats to put in anything, and it cost me a lot of damage. So I'm going to tell you guys, for every single ability in this game, every spec, every stand, you want to go all in on attack. Why that is because the game automatically gives you 500 HP, no matter if you have 0 stats in health or defense. The game automatically starts you off with 500 HP. And in everyone's experience playing this game, 500 HP is enough. You can PvP with that, you can PvE with that, you can grind with it. You can do a lot with 500 HP, especially if you have a strong spec. So I recommend you put everything you have into attack, because it will just basically boost all your damage. Now special just boosts like the special effects of your spec. Like say if your spec does poison or something, or if it does debuffs, it will just increase like that. But I recommend you put everything in attack. It's gonna save you a lot of pain and sorrow, trust me, I've been through it. But yeah, that's it for the stats. Oh, and also, if you go into menu and then you press ability, it will show you everything related to your current spec that you have equipped, from your stats to your current trait to your move set. So if you're ever confused about what your stand or spec does, you can always check out the move set itself, and it'll tell you. There's very nice descriptions, so that's very helpful. And here you can see your ascensions. I have 2 ascensions on this ability, and yeah, ascending your ability resets its level. You just have to grind the levels again. It does cost some U coins, so you guys definitely want to grind those as well. You can just do those by unlocking like your little quests and stuff. Like you have these achievements, these are going to be your quests for main currency as well. These give you currency, titles, just a bunch of nice things that will help you progress through the game. And that's pretty much it for the stats slash traits slash quests. And let's move on to the next thing. This is very important. Alright guys, so for the next thing that's very important, I highly recommend this for everybody watching this video. Buso Hockey. Hockey is a system in this game that basically buffs your damage by a lot. It is very useful for farming, PvP, boss fights. It just helps you all around, and it is a absolute 10 out of 10 must-have necessity. It is very necessary. So I'm going to show you guys how to get it real quick. It's going to be real quick and simple. So basically what you want to do is you want to go to West Park. You can fast travel here, and then like I showed you guys, right where I showed you guys where the first black market spawns, you want to come over here, just right in front of the West Park area. Just come over here, but go past this tree, go past this, keep going. Alright, so this is the port area, right down that little parkour area, I guess. I don't know. This is the port area. Now this right here, as soon as you get to this area, you want to come over here and make a right here, and then you want to go forward and make a left right here, and here is Agent Bond. And if you go ahead and talk to Agent Bond, he'll give you a quest. Now this quest is pretty simple, but I highly recommend you guys be at least like level 100 before you do it. And the reason that is because you're gonna have to kill some NPCs from the One Piece map. I'm gonna show you guys how to do all that right now. Also guys, I forgot to mention this, but the thing about hockey and the thing about traits as well, they only go to that specific spec slash stand that you're grinding, that you have currently equipped. Basically what I'm trying to say is it isn't universal. Like if you unlock hockey once, it's not going to transfer to every other spec you use. It's only going to be for that spec. So you're going to have to like regrind this quest for every spec that you wanted to have hockey on. And same thing with traits. They don't carry over to the next spec. Like they're only for that specific stand or spec that you have. So you have to grind traits on multiple specs themselves. But that's pretty much all you need to know for that. So once you go ahead and talk to Agent Bond with a spec that doesn't already have hockey, he'll give you a quest right here. Alright, so come back once you've completed my task. Gotcha. And it says we started Agent Secret Quest. Alright, good luck. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how to go complete this real quick. So if we go into our menu right here and we go into quests, we click on Agent Secret, and then we pin that quest. It says we need to defeat Kuro and 100 pirates. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I'll go ahead and show you guys where the Kuro boss is, how to spawn him, and everything. Alright guys, so once you make your way back to the West Park area, you see this NPC right here, Valkyr the quest giver. You want to interact with him. And apparently the quest for Kuro to spawn, in order to spawn Kuro, you have to be in the server for like 10 minutes or more for him to even show the quest. But yeah, you want to say, show me the quest you have, yada yada. And the one right here that says save the village, you want to go ahead and click that one. And there we go, quest started, find Usopp. Now Usopp is needed to spawn the Kuro boss himself, so I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do that as well. But the first thing you really want to do is grind some chests until you have the Kuma's book material. So this Kuma's book material, I actually have one right here. It's a very easy material to get. It's only a rare. You can get it very easily from chests. So basically once you get Kuma's book right here, you just want to store it in your inventory. And once you do that, you want to go ahead over to the fast travel right here, and you want to teleport to the basketball court area. Now once you're at this basketball court area, you see this Kuma NPC over here. You will only be able to talk to him with the Kuma's book in your inventory, so make sure you guys have it. So once you talk to him right here, he's basically another form of fast travel. but there's multiple areas you can go to. But we're only gonna focus on one area right now, so don't worry about the others. And that area is Orange Town. Or no, we're actually gonna do two areas because one of them is for Kuro. So since we're gonna do Kuro first instead of the 100 pirates. So you want to go to Take Me to Syrup Village. And Kuma's gonna go ahead and teleport you to Syrup Village, and this is where you can find the Usopp NPC. So what you want to do is you want to come over here, and you can only talk to him once you have that Valkyr quest enabled. So you want to talk to him, help us, save us, our village. Syrup Village is being attacked by Kuro. Okay, and then we get this nice little boss spawn thing right here. I really like that system. So basically now you just beat this boss. The boss isn't hard at all, really. It's pretty easy. I do recommend you're at least like a level 100 with a. I'll show you guys how to get a really good spec to even start grinding this game, because they just released Guts a while ago, and he's very easy to get. So I highly recommend you get him if you're a new player. And I'm gonna show you guys how to get him right after I kill this boss. So he should be able to help you kill this boss even if you're struggling. So let's go ahead and kill this boss real quick, and then we'll get back to the grind. Alright guys, so we just killed the Kuro boss. He does drop a claw fragment.
Alright guys, so now that we have that completed, we want to go ahead and talk to Usopp again, and he will complete the quest. He will also give us some useless nanotech fragments. Alright, so once we talk to him, we can go over here back to Kuma, and yeah, you have to be out of PvP to even talk to these guys, so make sure you're out of PvP. And then we talk to him, and now that we've defeated Kuro, we can go on to the 100 pirates. And now this time we're gonna go to Orange Town. Alright, so here we are at Orange Town, and basically here, this is where the normal pirates spawn. This is where a couple of other bosses spawn as well, but we don't need to worry about those guys. This is literally the only part of the quest we need to do to get Haki. So the pirates will spawn right here, right past the Shanks NPC right here. You just want to walk forward, and like right here, this is where the pirates will spawn. So let's wait a second for them to spawn. Alright, so some of the pirates spawned, and this quest isn't hard at all. It's just tedious. Basically, literally all you need to do is kill 100 of these NPCs and you're good. So let's go ahead and kill a couple right here just to show you guys how easy they are. As long as you're using like the guts I'll show you how to get in a second, you should definitely be able to kill these guys really easily. They're kind of chumps, I'm not gonna lie. So let's go ahead and kill a few of these guys. I'm saying that as I'm getting folded, making me look bad on camera. Alright guys, so we finally killed the 100 freaking pirates, and we just completed the quest. So now we're gonna go ahead and go back to that NPC and turn the quest in, and then we get Haki. So we want to talk to Kuma again, tell him to take us to the main spawn. And here we are, so we're just gonna go the same exact spot. Alright, so once we talk to him, here we go. You seem worthy. Yeah, same thing. Okay, just say yeah. Gotcha. Alright, and there we go. We have unlocked the sub power Buso Haki. Now I probably also need to explain this because I was a little confused when I first saw it as well. So how you even equip Buso Haki is you go into your menu, then you go to ability, and then sub powers. And see this available sub powers, you click that Buso Haki, and now it's equipped. And you see this weight system? See how Buso Haki has a weight of 3? You can only have up to a weight of 10, and there's 3 Hakis in the game. So you can have Buso Haki and Conqueror's Haki, or you can have Buso Haki and Ken Haki, but you can only have Buso Haki and one of the other 2. So because it'll equal up to 10 weight. So the weight is basically just your max amount of sub powers you can have. So you can only have 2 at a time basically. But yeah, Buso Haki is gonna be the best Haki in the game because it boosts your damage. And if you can see, it's at stage 1 right now, 0.00 out of 10 points. Basically, now that it's equipped, you now have the Buso Haki key unlocked. So whatever key it is for you, it should be your J, or no, it should be your J key, or your, yeah, it should be your J key. So once you, how to even activate it, you have to get your meteor up and then press your hotkey for your hotkey, and your color is randomized. You can change it, but it's with like Robux. But yeah, you press your hotkey, your for your J key, I believe, for your hotkey, and then what, basically you just want to kill mobs. It doesn't really matter if you kill them using your fists, like punching them, or if you kill them using moves. Just killing NPCs while your hotkey is enabled just levels it up. Basically, it makes it last longer. It makes it do way more damage, which is really good for farming, because when you ascend, you keep your hotkey, so you can basically like automatically skip to the super high HP NPCs and pop hotkey and kill those guys even if your stats are super low, so you can speed run ascensions. So hotkey is going to be super duper useful. I'm not gonna lie, highly recommend hotkey. It is definitely worth the grind, and it's not even hard at all. It's just a little tedious. But yeah, that's pretty much how you get hotkey. Hopefully that helped, and we'll move on to the next thing now. Alright guys, so now we're gonna move on to the next thing, and that is the guts spec. So if you're a new player and you're looking for something good that can help you grind and progress through this game, by the way, guts was my first ever spec, and it helped me grind and progress through the game. It's a great spec for your first spec, and it's a legendary. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that. Like I said, if you're new and you're looking for something really good to help you progress and grind, highly recommend getting guts. So let's go ahead and show you the obtainment. For the guts obtainment, very, very, very simple. All you want to do is basically, once you're at the West Park area, you go behind this tree, and you see these little sewers. That's basically where the quest even is. So low-key, once you get here, it's to the right. It should be this little entrance right here. You just want to go in here, and I believe you want to go here. Alright, so once we've basically reached this thing, there's a little drop right here. You just want to go down there, and then you want to continue. And then you'll see this NPC right here. He is the Guts quest giver, basically. So you want to talk to him. Hey there, young man, can you help me find some scraps? You want to say, sure, what do you need? I need about 50 metal scraps. If you find me all, I'll give you something special. Alright. Okay, so these, now you have the full metal scraps quest. So, now shout out Full Metal Alchemist, but we're not talking about that right now. So what you want to do is you want to go into your quest, and there you can find the actual quest to do. Pin that quest to your task bar, whatever. And now it says bring 50 metal scraps to Godot. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but now basically you just want to exit out of the sewer again. And the way you even get these metal scraps is from chests. And the chests, the metal scraps are like super common materials, and you need 50 of them. So all you really gotta do basically is just kill some NPCs around the map, claim the chests that they drop, and take the metal loot and the metal scraps. The metal loot, you can use those materials as soon as you get them. Just press them, just equip them, and then press your screen, and it'll give you metal scraps. And then once you have 50 metal scraps, you want to come down to the sewer again and talk to the same NPC and give him all 50 metal scraps. And then what's gonna happen is he's gonna give you the Dragon Slayer sword, but you can't use it yet. You need stainless. So once you give him the 50 metal scraps, oh, by the way, you don't have to put the 50 metal scraps in your inventory. All you have to do is just have the 50 metal scraps just like in your little, in this inventory, not in this inventory. It doesn't have to be like this inventory. Just like it's just this inventory. So yeah, basically once you have those 50 metal scraps just hanging around, you want to go back to talk to him, and you want to go ahead into your little inventory and just equip it, and then talk to him, and do that for each of the 50 metal scraps, and then he'll give you the Dragon Slayer. So yeah, you just do it one at a time. Just keep giving him all the metal scraps. You don't have to store it in your actual inventory. So once he gives you that Dragon Slayer thing, you want to go ahead to the fast travel and go to the East Riverside Park. I'll show you guys what it looks like now. So you want to climb back up here and just go right back the way you came. Alright, so once you're back at the West Park area, you want to use this fast travel, and you want to go to the, where is it? The East Riverside Park. We're going to teleport there. And basically now that we're here, what you want to do is you want to talk to Father Poochie, and then you want to say, give me stainless. He's going to give you stainless, and then what you want to do is you want to go into your little inventory, and you want to take out your Dragon Slayer or whatever, great sword, and you want to press your screen, and then it will give you the guts ability, the guts spec. I actually have it already, so that's why I'm not showing you the freaking stainless attainment. But where is it? Here we are. Alright, so this is what guts looks like. Basically you just want to level it up, just kill the NPCs around the map. Also I should probably show you guys, because some of the NPCs are too weak to give you levels, so you want to change maps every so often. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what maps to grind for. So alright guys, so level 0 to 25, you should be killing these normal thugs that you can find right outside of West Park area, and just do that until you're level 25. Kill those guys. Alright, so level 25 to 50, you should be at the port killing these hooligans. Pretty simple, pretty simple. Alright guys, for level 50 to 100, I recommend going to fast travel and going to the Knight's Cavern map. So at this map, from level 50 to 100, I recommend you kill these Guardian NPCs. Again, very, very simple. They don't really have attacks. They kind of just M1 you. So you just, as long as you S key and M1, you should be fine. Like this. M1, get back. M1, get back. M1, same thing. Just keep M1ing and then run back, and you can use some of your moves as well. And then yeah, that's pretty much level 50 to 100. Okay, so I actually recommend you guys stay here farming until you're at least like level 140. Because the next NPCs, they do get very annoying to kill if you don't have a lot of attack points. So around level 130 to 140, stay here. And then once you're around like level 140, you want to go to fast travel, and then you want to go to the desert island. Now once you're here, there are going to be these jujutsu curses and sorcerers Now these guys are some of the most annoying NPCs in the game, so you gotta kind of be careful with fighting them. But if you play your cards right, it should be fine. You just want to do your rush attacks. Also, like I said, put everything in attack. It'll help you way more. I don't have all my stats in attack on guts, so that's probably why it's taking this long to kill these NPCs right here. But yeah, with max attack, you should definitely be able to kill these guys no problem. So yeah, you want to just farm these guys until you're level 200, because they give pretty good EXP. And if you want, you can do some of the Valkyr quests or the other quest NPC next to him, the Finger Bearer quest right here, to get some more EXP even faster. So that's what I recommend for getting to max level. This island is really good, especially if you can't access the new island, the Fracture Island. This is the method. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the leveling. Alright guys, so Loki, once you're level 200 and you have Buso Haki and you have like at least a decent epic trait, I recommend you guys start grinding for the real specs. The real specs are some things like Gear 5 Luffy or Second Gear Luffy, or Shanks. I recommend you guys get the Shanks sword. It's really good, really easy to get for low levels especially. Highly recommend you guys get the Shanks sword. I'll probably show you guys where that is right now. It's a really cool sword and it does really good damage as well. So basically you want to go to the basketball court. This is like the first real sword spec I'd recommend you guys grinding, because it's easy and it's also just a really good spec. So once you go to the basketball court, again, have Kuma's book in your inventory, same as always, and talk to him. And you want to go to Orange Town again, but this time you want to go all the way to the right side, because there's another Shanks NPC all the way over here. So here you can find the Conqueror Shanks, and this is the NPC that will actually give you his sword. I don't even have his sword. I'm gonna have to grind for it because it's really good. Okay, so yeah, you just talk to him, keep talking, yada yada yada, holy yap. And now we have the quest started, and his quest is super duper easy. The first thing you have to do is just kill 20 pirates and then report back to him, and then keep reporting back to him until he gives you his spec. And you're gonna have to kill, after you kill the 20 pirates, you're gonna have to kill the Buggy boss, Buggy the Clown. He basically just spawns right up here. He's right there. There's the Buggy boss right there. He is annoying, so I recommend you guys stay back and use AoE attacks, because he does not get stunned or ragdolled and he does good damage. But yeah, you want to kill him, and then the final Shanks quest Shanks is going to give you is to kill himself, aka the boss. So the boss is low-key just right past Buggy's little boss spawn, and Shanks is just up here. Shanks is also a really strong boss, so I recommend you guys definitely have Buso Haki for this fight. It's gonna be needed. He has a lot of HP. 30,000 is no joke, especially for a new player. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Once you kill him, you want to talk to Shanks again, and Shanks will give you his sword. And once you get Shanks' sword, I recommend you grind to level 200 with it, get Buso Haki on it, get a good trade on it, and then I recommend you guys start the grind for Gear 5. If you want your first really OP spec that's going to carry you throughout the entirety of the game, talk to Luffy. And basically I recommend you guys just watch a video on the Gear 5 obtainment, because once you get Luffy, the game's just going to get so much easier for you in terms of grinding. He does hella damage. He's just amazing. Grind for Luffy, guys. But yeah, on to the next thing. Alright guys, so another really important thing in this game is mounts. And if you don't have a mount in this game, this game is so hard, because mounts are basically like the bread and butter for travel in this game, other than fast travel. They're really needed, to be honest, to get around the map. So one of the best and easiest to obtain mounts I recommend you guys grind for. It also gives you a sick title. I recommend you guys grind for the Ghost Rider bike, and I'm going to show you how to get it real quick. So it's pretty very easy. I'm not gonna lie, it's very simple. So you just want to go to the Knight's Cavern. Alright, and then once you're at the Knight's Cavern, you want to go ahead and talk to this guy right here, the Ghost Rider. So you want to talk to him, you want to accept his quest, and once you accept his quest, it should say deal with the devil. And basically this one is pretty easy. All you want to do is you want to drive a mount. I'll probably show you guys another really good starter mount that you can get to complete this quest. It's the bike mount. The bike is really easy to get. I'm pretty sure it just costs normal U coins or something. So basically you just want to drive that around. You want to equip and unequip that mount 300 times, which is kind of crazy, but it is what it is. And you want to jump with the mount 50 times. And then what you want to do is you want to deal 10,000 damage with the Magician's Red spec, which is really easy to get from arrows, or you can probably craft it and you just deal damage with it. And then once you do all that, you talk to him again and you'll get the mount. So yeah, and you'll get the sick title too. And by equipping titles, you just go into your menu, go to titles, and then you can equip different titles. I have a lot because I have been grinding this game. I yearn for the mines. But anyway, you can't actually see your title, but other people can see it. I guess it's to make your screen more clear. But anyway, that's gonna be pretty much it for this video. Hopefully I covered everything. Hopefully I covered enough to actually like help you guys get settled into the game. Like I said, once you guys get your hands on like Shanks and Luffy, Gear 5 Luffy, just keep looking up videos on how to obtain specs, because once you have those specs to grind for other specs, it's just going to be way easier and way better. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you did, I don't know, drop a like, drop a sub. This recording is like 50 minutes long. I'm going to have to edit all of this, so pray for me. Unk is kind of tired right now. I have school tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.